Welcome back to yoga class with Anik. Today we are doing some neck and shoulder stretches. I have my little heater going on to keep me warm during the practice. If you want to join me and do the same thing, maybe have a little heater by your side because we will be sitting for most of the practice today. We won't have to move and do too many things standing up because we're mostly focusing on the neck and shoulders. So if you want to set a little heater on the side, go ahead, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I suggest that you just grab a mat, comfy clothes, and you should be Gucci. I do have a little pillow there on the side, which I'll use as a prop later on. If you have never had a class from me before, my name is Anik, and I love Vinyasa Yoga. So that means I transition from one posture to the other, and I might create a sequence with that kind of structure. We'll flow from one posture to another, do one side, and then go for the other side. Same thing. Otherwise, I am going to get started, and I do recommend that you take off the socks. I've been noticing a lot of people don't take their socks off in yoga, but I feel like it changes the entire experience. It really does. All right, when you're ready, you can lower down onto the knees, just like this, or you can place a pillow right below. You can always cross your legs in this easy pose. I do want to suggest, though, that we are doing some side bends. So if you find it difficult to do side bends while sitting in this position, choose your poison. And we will get started. So just settle down into the body. Go ahead, roll the shoulders back and down, away from the ears. Maybe sit a little taller. Imagine there's a string from the top of the head pulling you towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin slightly in towards the chest to elongate the neck. And when you're ready, close down the eyes. Just take a moment to sit with yourself. If you find yourself kind of like moving side to side, trying to stay balanced, you can always move your knees outwards, and it will give you more like a better stance on the ground. Option to place one hand over the heart, one over the belly. And slowly take deep breaths. See if you can count to 5 seconds for every inhale. And count to 7 seconds for every exhale, breathing out through the nose, letting the air seep out gently. And then starting again, in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale through the nose, letting your diaphragm relax, sink into your body. And continue just like that. I welcome you to separate your teeth, relax your jaw, relax your forehead, your eyebrows, relax your tongue. Consciously relax your neck, your shoulders. Just take the moment to settle down into the body before we fully move, before we start flowing in our asana postures. And I welcome you to invite an intention for the class. Why are you showing up? What are you ready to release in this class? You can say an affirmation, a mantra. It can set the tone for your own personal practice with me, because even though we're all doing the same flow, it will be a different experience for each one of us. When you're ready, we'll gently just start by opening the eyes, gazing down at the mat. Just gaze down towards the mat or towards your knees. And then you can start to lift the gaze, looking forward. Welcome back. Let's take the moment just to circle our wrists. We will be on our hands for a short moment, but it really does connect to our shoulders at the end of the day. Exaggerate your movement if you can, maybe in the other direction. If you are on your computer all day, wink, wink, you can completely extend the fingers, almost like you're a frog and you have webs between your hands and you're just like wading through the water, and then in the other direction. And then we'll place our left hand in front, place your right hand over top, and just gently pull towards the back. So I'm still extending my arm fully. I'm just slowly pulling back. And same thing with the other side. Palm forward, grabbing my fingers, gently pulling back. And then clasp your fingers together. We'll create an infinity sign with the hands. So what I'm doing, I'll come up close so you can see, is just gently allowing the hands to drop down. Flip your palms forward, drop the head down between your arms, round your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lift up, palms towards the ceiling, gaze up. Shoulders away from the ears. And same thing, round the spine, chin goes towards the chest, drop the head forward. We're still pushing our palms in front. Once again, lift the arms, gaze up, roll the shoulders back. Maybe you can go a little further this time. And drop the head forward. We're gonna go for one last time. Inhale, back up. This time, drop your hands back, clasp your fingers together, just like this. And you're gonna pull your hands down towards the floor, open the chest, let the head drop back. Exhale, gently lower down onto the forehead. And begin to push the hands away from the lower back. From here, you can move on to the crown of the head, but most of your weight should still be on your knees. And you're just gently pushing the hands away from the lower back. And exhale, back down. Inhale, come up onto the knees. We'll go for some twists this time. So with our hands clasped behind our back, we're going to move both hands to our side. From there, we're going to tilt the head towards the right. So inhale, extend your spine nice and tall. Engage the abs. Exhale, gently drop your head towards the right side in the same direction as your hands. Maybe you can close down the eyes. Take 3 deep breaths here, allowing for the left shoulder to drop down more and more. You should feel the stretch in your neck in connection with your shoulder. Last deep breath. And gently come back to center, moving to the other side. Hands still clasped together. We're placing it on the left side now. So the back view looks like this. You can see it well. From there, we're inhaling, keeping the spine straight. Exhale, drop the head to the left. 3 deep breaths. Allow the left ear to move towards the shoulder, while the opposite shoulder drops further down towards the floor. Keep engaging your abs if you can. Inhale back to center. Release your hands. We're going to do a dainty pose. So we're going to extend our left hand out to the side, just like this. The more you lift your fingers, the more sensation you will feel along the arm and the shoulder and the neck. From there, right arm is going to extend overhead. Grab the opposite ear. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, gently allow the weight of the arm to pull the head to the opposite direction. So if your left hand is extended out, your head is tilting to the right. 3 deep breaths. The deeper you breathe, the more your muscle is going to feel safe to relax. And remember, you're not tugging on the neck, you're just gently allowing the weight of the arm to pull you to the side. Inhale, release. And exhale, drop the right hand down. We're going to go for the other side. Keep those fingers pointing up. Left arm, inhale, lift it all the way up. Grab the opposite ear. Keep your spine straight. And on the exhale, we gently tilt the head to the left. Notice the difference, that one side may feel more tense than the other, and it's completely normal. Deep breaths. I'm not placing my hands over my ears so that you guys can still hear me, but feel free to place your hand completely over the ear. You'll notice that placing your hand on different parts of the ear also make a huge difference. So if you place it further towards your face versus towards the back of your head, it stretches out a different part of the neck. So just be aware. Inhale, extend the arm up. Exhale, down. We'll move gently into some side bends. Take a moment to move your toes. If you need, tap the tops of your toes. Maybe stretch out your feet, whatever you need to readjust. And then we'll move over to some deeper side bends. With these, we'll be placing the left hand on the floor, reaching the right arm overhead. On the exhale, drop the hand behind your head. Inhale, open the chest, elbow towards the ceiling, coude vers le plafond. And inhale, extend the arm even further to the side, to the left. Open up the side body. And exhale, drop the hand down. Inhale, other side, left arm reaches up. Exhale, bend your elbow. Open the shoulder, the chest, gaze up towards the ceiling. And inhale, extend the arm once again. Left arm extends. Open the side body, feel the ribs expand. And then back to center. Same thing, we're gonna do it once again. Drop the left hand. This time, if you want, you can walk the hand a little further out to the side. Maybe your elbow starts to lower down towards the floor. Make sure you're not lifting the hips off your heels though, or off a pillow, or off a block if you're on one. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Place your hands behind your head. And open the rib cage, chest towards the ceiling. Extend your arm out to the side. See if you can drop down onto the elbow. And other side. Same thing. See if you can walk the hands a little bit further out this time. Reach, reach, reach. Bend your elbow. Make sure you're not straining your neck though. If your neck is feeling like it's in pain in this position, come to sit a little higher up. We don't want any pain. Extend the arm, maybe the elbow drops down. See, this side is a little different for me. And gently bring yourself back up. Whew! We'll just take a little break. Align the spine. So first option is to drop down into child's pose with the knees together. However, if you are pregnant or you would rather focus on opening the hips, you can always bring your knees out to the sides and then walk forward with the forehead on the floor. If not, keep the knees together, lower down, forehead on the floor, and just let the lower back open up, elongate a little bit more. We're not focused on walking the hands too much forward. We really want the arms to be relaxed, the neck to be relaxed. You rock your head gently side to side on the floor. Give your forehead a little massage. If you have a block, you can also place a block under your forehead if your head does not touch the floor. And if you don't have a block, you can always use textbooks instead and just place a cloth on top. Deep breaths in through the nose. Inhale. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Again, inspire. And exhale, sigh it out. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. And gaze forward. We're going to come up onto our hands, onto our knees. Moving into some cat-cow. As you can see, we're doing some gentle movements today. So if there's any movements or stretches that you'd like to add throughout this practice, feel free to do so. You don't have to follow me exactly to the point, but do what your body asks you to do. So while we're here in cat-cow, make sure that your hands are right under the shoulders, knees are right under the hips, so your hands are not too far in front, not too much like towards your knees. You want it really to be like a table, stable. From there, spread your fingers out nice and wide. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze towards your belly button or past your knees, past your legs. Really push your shoulders, your spine up towards the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to open up so that your spine can basically have the light. Inhale, once again, drop the belly, hips go up. This is for cow. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Push the mat away. And continue on your own. If you would like to go a little slower, you may do so. If you'd like to go a little faster with this, you may do so. Keep the connection with the breath. Remember, every time you inhale, Your hips go up, belly goes down. Every time you exhale, the spine rounds up, the head drops down. You may add some spinal circles if you would like, using the cat-cow, going in one direction or the other. Allow your head to drop down with it. If you notice any stagnation, any energy that is kind of stopping you from moving a very fluid way, use that to your advantage. Play with it. See how much you can move without stopping, without staying still, allowing yourself to move like water. This is a moment where you can add any postures or any stretches that you'd like to do. Maybe you can do some circles around your hands by applying a bit of weight in a circular motion on your hands, going one direction, maybe in the other. You're also welcome to drop your hips in the circular motion. Try out anything that may feel good to you, and then always go for the other side so you don't stay lopsided. Wherever you're at, come back onto your hands, onto your knees, tabletop position. Let's take a moment to flip our wrists, so our fingers towards our knees. From there, push into the floor. If this is already enough for you, if this is your first time trying it like this, you're welcome to stay there and just shift your weight back and forth. If you'd like, you can add some cat-cow movements. So doing the same thing, cat-cow with the hands flipped. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Return to your normal spine, a really straight, neutral spine. From there, we're just going to gently lower down our hips towards our heels. You can curl your toes underneath for support, but we're just gently lifting our palms, stretching out our wrists, the insides of the arms. If you need to walk your knees a little closer, you may do so. Just gently lift one or the other, or both at the same time. Last time. And gently flip your wrists back to center. We're going to place the back of our hands on the floor. You can start with one hand if you want, if this is your first time, and then going for the other, applying a little bit of weight on the wrist, or you can go for both at the same time. Pushing the floor away. Your wrists are going to be super strong after this. All right, let's come back to center. Drop down onto the heels. Stretch it out. Move it out. All right, we're going to go into our down dog. So take the time, curl the toes under, push your hips up, walk the dog, move your heels, maybe your hips go side to side to get comfortable in this position. And then find the perfect down dog. Here. This is getting in the way. Down dog. Inhale, gaze forward, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the head, drop the heels. Once again, inhale. Exhale. If you need, keep the knees bent and do it just like that. Inhale, lift your heels, gaze forward, exhale. Gaze down past your legs. Keep pushing the mat away. Inhale, gaze forward, exhale. Back down. We're gonna place the right foot between our hands at the top of the mat. Giraffe the back knee and extend the arms overhead. Take a moment to adjust to this posture, maybe uncurling the back toes. We're going to place our hands clasped together just like this behind our head. So we're still applying weight in the front heel. We're not dropping down into our flexibility. We're still using our strength. From here, use your hands to pull your neck up, gently stretching the neck up towards the ceiling, pulling the head slightly. And if you can, if you would like, you can drop the head back, go for a slight back bend, gaze up towards the ceiling as we do this. Find your balance. Return back to neutral. Our left hand is going to drop down onto the mat. Curl your toes in the back. Lift your knee. Extend your arm up towards the ceiling. Make sure that your head isn't pointing out towards the side. The top of the head is really pointing towards the front of the mat. You can reach the right hand behind your back if you would like. Push the mat away. And gently place the hand on the outside of the foot. We're going to step forward. Inhale for Ardha Uttanasana, hands on our knees, gazing forward, straight back. And exhale, fold forward. Drop your head, shake your head yes or no, side to side. And then grab your hands together, clasp them together, pull your hands up towards the ceiling, and gently begin extending the legs, hands away from the lower back, towards the front of your mat. The more you keep the wrists together, the more you'll feel the stretch in the middle of your spine. The deeper you breathe, the more you'll allow the body to relax, the spinal cord to begin to elongate, as well as the neck falling forward more and more. So you can always bring the hands even further down and gently bend the knees. Place your hands on each side. We'll go for the other side this time. So stepping the right foot back for a supported crescent. Arms overhead. Then reaching behind the head, clasping the hands together. So pushing into the front heel, so we're not dumping into our flexibility. We're still using our strength. And then inhale, open the chest, slight back bend. Gently tug on the neck, pulling the head up towards the ceiling, opening the chest, the shoulders. Initially, you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, but you're opening up the front part instead. Deeper back bend if you would like. And gently return back to neutral spine. Right hand on the floor. Moving into our dragonfly twist. Curling the back toes, lifting the knee. And then you can start by gazing down at the floor for balance. When you're ready, when you feel comfortable, then you gaze up towards the floating hand. Engage your thighs, but relax your toes. If you would like, you can reach that left arm behind your back. Open the shoulder even more. Keep flexing the back foot, kicking the heel towards the back. And gently cartwheel the arm to the outside of the foot, taking our big step forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Maybe you can keep the hands on the floor with your spine straight. Maybe on your ankles, maybe just over the knees. Whatever works for your body. And then we'll go directly into our humble warrior hands, clasping the hands together. You can bend your knees to start, fold forward, and then begin to straighten the legs more and more. Don't get scared because I'm doing it this way. My spine works differently from yours. My hamstrings work differently from yours. So just go with where your body is at today. Bend your knees as much as you need. You can also stay here with your stomach on your thighs. It really depends on your own practice and your mindset and your energy today. From there, let's bend both knees, and we're going to rotate the right ribs open. So gently begin to extend the right leg, open the right side of the body. So what that would look like if my back was facing you is to keep my knees bent like this, and then straighten the right leg, opening up the right shoulder. Same thing with the other side. Bend both knees to get to the other side. Readjusting my hands. And then straightening the left leg, opening up the left side body. Back to center. Release the hands onto the floor. Shake your head yes and no, side to side. And we'll gently lower down onto the hips, finally, and onto the back. Go ahead for a happy baby if you would like, grabbing your peace fingers and your big toes. Then you can pull the knees in towards the armpits, heels towards the ceiling. You can rock gently side to side if you would like. You can also grab the outer edges of the feet if you'd like to go for a deeper expression. You can also extend the legs out to the side one at a time, maybe both. It's really beautiful because I can see the snow falling down from above through my window, and it's actually really gorgeous. It's like huge, huge snowflakes. All right, bend your knees, wrap your arms around, bring your nose in towards your knees. and lower down onto the back. We're going to do one more posture on our knees, so sitting up. But in order to do that, we're going to roll on our spine, or you can get from here directly into a seated position, whatever works best for you. However, I suggest going like this, rocking side to side, so that you can get in between the shoulder blades, right on each side of the spine. So doing this and rounding your back the most that you possibly can gets the inside of the shoulder blades. Rock towards the top, towards the highest part of the spine to get higher. But when you're ready, come up to seated. All right, so you can come back onto the knees if you want, or you can use a block or a pillow or meditation cushion like I have. Shake it out. And we'll move into cow facing pose to end our practice. This one is really opening for the shoulders. However, I suggest that you just become very aware about the jaw when we do this, because sometimes when we get into cow facing pose with the arms, people, their jaws lock up, not like locking, but their anxiousness or stress or tension builds up there. And instead of actually working on it, it just compensates into the jaw. So when we move into this, just bring awareness of the whole face, what is going on as you're practicing this. When you're ready, also, each side is super different. You're going to see which side is my weakness and which one is my strength. Let's start with the left arm behind the back. Reach up towards the middle of the spine. I will also show you what that looks like. So, reaching up. What I like to do is I like to kind of help my arm towards the center. From there, other arm is going to reach overhead and eventually clasp with the other hand. From there, you're opening the chest, elbows to each direction. It can be a lot, but we did a lot of shoulder openers to get to this point. Take your time. Relax your jaw, relax your forehead. Last deep breath. Exhale. Release. Shake it out. Other side. Once again, the hand can use some adjustment if it needs. This is my difficult side, so you'll see what I mean by that. So even if I try to wiggle my hand up, I can just barely touch it. And that's okay. It's normal. But take your time. Find your bind. Open the chest. Maybe lift the chin, relax the jaw. Relax the eyebrows. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Even if you don't clasp the hands together, you don't get the bind. You're doing amazing. You gotta start somewhere. And release. Whew. Shake it out, maybe do the wave. And then the absolute last one we're doing before we finish is eagle pose with our arms. Wrapping our right arm over the left, just like this. And then lift the elbows a little higher up. So you're actually gazing not at the hands, but towards the middle of the lower arm. You can close down the eyes when you're ready. And side view would just look like this. with the arms. Take your time, relax the jaw. Allow for the shoulder blades to wrap around the sides, for the back to be exposed. Lift the elbows a little higher up, maybe gaze up towards the ceiling. Open the chest and release. Unwrap your arms. Last time. Now we do the other side, left arm over the right. Then you lift your elbows up. Notice the difference. Once again, relax the jaw. Allow your breath to deepen. Lift the elbows a little higher up, gaze up. Open the chest. And exhale, unwrap. And lower down. I feel like doing some gentle neck stretches, front and back just to end. Maybe side to side. But other than that, that's our practice for today. I hope you enjoyed. You can use all of these asanas, these postures and exercises in your own daily life. And these are really incredible, especially if you sit at a computer in your daily life. Maybe you hunch over. It really helps to create really amazing posture in general. Whether you're sitting, you're walking, it brings more confidence. And I hope you enjoyed it. You can always come back to this video for more, and feel free to share it with people who might enjoy it, who might benefit from it. I cannot really say more about neck and upper back slash shoulder exercises. We all need it. All need it. Especially now that we are at the beginning of spring. Finally, we get to come into this warmer weather where before we were in the cold, naturally we kind of hunch over. We want to stay warm. Now it's time to open up. Time to take our confidence back and really keep our alignment of the spine, the shoulders, the hip, everything in order. So that is it for today. If you have more classes or any ideas you'd like me to teach in the future, feel free to do so. Drop me a little suggestion. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Bye!